Hi guys, welcome to Dead Man's Vapes. I'm Gaz, and today we're going to be looking at the Voopoo Drag Nano pod system kit. Now that is the actual kit itself. Give it a little turn, a little spin so you can see the colours and the style of it. Now it's a very nice kit, something I was a little bit dubious of using and of reviewing, purely because, as many of you will know, I see Voopoo as a company that deals with the higher end stuff, the long draw, cloud chasing devices, which they do very well. But hearing them designing a pod system kit, I was a little bit unsure on how they were going to do it. I didn't know if they were going to go down the sort of Lost Vapor Ryan route, where it was sort of like a restricted lung draw, or whether they were going to do the typical mouth to lung style. Now, it is a mouth to lung pod system, so the actual pod itself, if I show you on this, it just pulls out to the top of there. Now, that pod it's only a 1ml pod, which is slightly annoying because it means you're filling it up a little bit more, but it's also 1.8 ohm, which means it's not battering through that liquid. The battery itself, it's a 750 milliamp battery with USB charge on the bottom, micro USB. Now, for a pod system, that is a large battery, despite the size of the Drag Nano, only a very small kit. But because it's that big a battery, even the heavier vape, it's going to last a full day's use. Now, that pod that's in there is designed for use with either higher nicotine strengths, nic salt, CBD, and I've been using this now for a week to the day. And the pod is still going strong. I've had all sorts of liquids in there, and it's still going strong, giving a good flavour, and it's brilliant. And one other benefit to it, you can see it as a benefit. Some people like it, some people don't. You get this chain in the actual box with the kit, so that you can hang your device on your neck. Nice and easy. I like it for when I'm out driving, out doing things, out and about, using my hands a lot, because I can just pick it up, have a vape, don't forget where I put it. And it's also got that typical Voopoo drag style. So you've got the sharp edges, you've got the resin panel, you've got the drag on the back there. It's absolutely brilliant. Now, it does also feature that gene chip, which we saw very first time in the drag, the original drag, and it's been used ever since. And this is also automatic draw. Now, when you draw on this, the gene chip goes into something called cold boot mode. So what happens as you're drawing, the wattage delivered from the battery can change up to 40 times while you're vaping it, so that you don't notice any voltage drop. You always get the constant experience of the vape. It's absolutely brilliant. The gene chip, you've probably seen in my other videos. I'm a big fan of that gene chip. I really like the way it performs. And putting it in a pod system, again, brilliant. I raved about, and I still rave about, the Lost Vapor Ryan, the DNA pod system. But for one of them, you're talking 50 quid upwards, depending where you find it. One of these, $24.99, absolutely brilliant. Does exactly the same job. It is mouth draw only, which can be a downside for some people, but I really enjoy it. The only other thing that does kind of get to me a little bit with this kit is the way the pods fill. So you basically pull your pod out, and then you pull the top cap off, which can be a little bit fiddling, a little bit messy. Now, if you look on the side there's a little hole in the side of that pod. That's where you fill it, and you fill it up to the shoulder here. Now, you pop that back on, pop it in your device. Now, that can be a little bit messy, as I've just got liquid on my fingers. A lot of pod systems do tend to leak a little bit onto the actual pod, so you end up covered in the e-liquid or the e-juice, whatever you want to call it. But other than that, it's fantastic. It's $24.99 for the actual kit itself. It's $8.99 for 4 pods. You get 1 pod with the actual kit itself, which it would have been nice to have the extra there as a spare, but $8.99 for 4, you can't complain, especially when I've had a full week out of one of these with nicotine, nic salts, everything in there, which is going to, for me, that is going to last a lot longer. I would probably say it's going to last me another week, this pod. But I am going to order some more so I can carry on using this because I like the ease of it, I like the flavour of it. Voopoo, for me, they smashed it out of the park with the Drag 1. The Drag 2 and the Drag Mini, not quite as good for me, but then they came back with the X217. Absolutely nailed it with that. And now they've got the pod system, they've absolutely nailed the pod system. It's definitely one I'd recommend anybody to check out. Whether you're a smoker looking into vaping, it's a great device to start with. The 750 milliamp battery, that is a large battery for a pod system, so that will get you through a good day's vaping at least, maybe more. You know, if you're an existing vapor using the higher powered kits, using something like a Drag or an X217, you want something a little bit smaller, brilliant. Hang it around your neck, you've got a little thing to vape on, it's brilliant. And cloud, it's not a big cloud. You don't get a massive amount for it, but that's all you need. If it's a little device just for hanging around your neck, having a quick blast on, it's perfect. Now, as always, down in the description below, I'm going to link up the website for Tech, the electronic cigarette company. They sell this kit, the Voopoo Drag Nano, and all the bits you're going to need for it as well. If you get to your checkout, use code DMV20, you'll get 20% off all fully priced items. I'm also going to link up the Facebook and Instagram for Dead Man's Vapes at the bottom as well. If you can check them out, give me any feedback, follow the pages, it'd be much appreciated. And most importantly, if you can hit that big subscribe button down below, I will be over the moon with that. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time.